some dodgy data. Now, the Prime Minister appeared in front of Donald Trump on his magnificent Turnberry estate, those steps leading up to that grand house built by Donald Trump, and of course, the beautiful golf course that has been expanding in recent years. Part of the reason for Donald Trump's visit here, of course, as well as to open that memorial garden to his mother, a native Scot. But really more than that, there was also so much politics to discuss. And in an impromptu press conference that no one expected coming on those steps of that estate, well, the President of the United States was thrown all sorts of questions. One pertinent one, of course, was on the small boats crisis. GB News' very own Christopher Hope asked, what does he think about the government's attempts to stop the boats, the small boats crisis? But Donald Trump didn't appear to know what the small boats crisis was. He turned to the Prime Minister for an explanation. And before anything else was able to be interjected, the Prime Minister quickly said that it was all about illegal immigration, and indeed, the Prime Minister was stamping down on illegal immigration. He went on to say that there has been a new deal signed with France, that's true, and there have been 35,000 returns of illegal migrants. Well, that's partially true, but misleading. There have been 35,000 deportations, but of course not many of those were actually small boat migrants. Most of those are voluntary returns of individuals who have overstayed their visas, flown in on legal means, but overstayed the time they're allowed to stay in the United Kingdom. In many cases, these people have been offered financial incentives to leave voluntarily. So that 35,000 number, bandied by the government, doesn't apply to small boats. It's misleading to imply that it does, as with the Prime Minister's statement to the President of the United States. More here. The President was given the false impression that those small boat crossings were going down, not up. It gave the President an opportunity to boast about how he was able to get the southern border crossings down to 0 in the last month. But the Prime Minister of this country heavily implied he'd done something similar. Nowhere was it mentioned that those small boat crossings have risen by 50%. Fantastic job about dealing with illegal immigration. Let's listen in.
What's your advice on the small boats crisis, Mr. President? How would you deal with it? What's your advice on dealing with the small boats crisis in this country? The small boats crisis.
It's about the boats coming over the channel, so we're taking a lot of action to stop people coming over the channel who shouldn't be here, stopping them coming in the first place.
Well, look, immigration is a big factor, and